And we're back with another episode of Let's Play PC Building Simulator 2. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And when we left off, I put out a bunch of PCs to be sold, plus the ones that are out there. We got a big storage going, so that's great. And all of that. And we were continuing jobs to see if we can continue the storyline. So let's get to it. What's up? My name's Vicky Vicious Fawcett. Last year, me and some of my mates formed an all-plumbers rock band called Spiral Taps. Rock and roll! It's been hard to find time to practice lately with what with the recent craze for bedazzled bollocks keeping us all busy, but we still get together and play games at my place once a week. The latest Face Melter Extreme Guitar came out recently, and we're all dying to give it a go, but my PC's not up to the task. So I need you to turn those specs up to 11. Yeah, make that rockin' rig into a metal machine that can hit 3,000 in benchmarks. Rock on, vicious. So, two things. We needed to play Extreme Guitar recommended Face Melter Extreme Guitar recommended specs and have a 3D Mark score of 3,000. What's preventing it? What's the budget? Budget's only $300. So we're actually getting into something that's a little trickier for a change. It's clearly the VigiCard. Let's look for Face Melter here. Even this fucking computer can run it. So processor needs to be quad 1400. So we need to see if that's good enough. So she went with a Ryzen 5 1400. Okay. Okay, so Ryzen 5. There it is there. So it needs to have an i5 6600K. So that's okay. So the processor doesn't need changing. Just looks like it needs a better video card. That's fine. That'll do. But the performance needs to be jacked up. So power supply's 800. So we have $300 to spend. So in other words, not much. GTX 970. So maybe we could look at 1060 Founders Edition. Oh no, that's a little too much. Okay, so let's go to the 470. So GTX 970. We're at the 470, which is slightly better than the regular 970. So that's probably all we need. The memory needs to be minimum 8 gig. So it really doesn't matter. We just need to make sure we get 8 gig, and we probably want the best performance possible. Okay, that was weird. Continue shopping. All right. She's got 8 gig in there. What's the minimum requirement? 8 gig. Okay, so she should meet everything else. We just got to jack the performance of it up, so here's hoping. Make that same day, but let's go on with the other jobs here. Diagnostics. Could you repair my rig? Can you have a look at it? I have no idea what's wrong. I thought my motherboard was dirty, so I cleaned it with my vacuum. Can you try fixing the motherboard? I think I need a new case fan. Making a really loud growling noise. Can you take a look? Can you get it done quickly? Those explosive warning stickers would look cool. So he wants stickers. Accept. He needs a new motherboard. So that's simple enough. So add that right away. That budget is really... did I read that right? $1,400. We just bought a $500 thing. So there's probably a bad stick of memory in there, or the video card's bad. But he said he needs a case fan. So we're going to grab a case fan while we're here. Could need more than that, we just don't know. And we'll move on to the next one. Because, yeah, we're going to play that kind of shoot from the hip with that one. Can you help with this? I need some repairs. Whatever's broken, you'll need to have a look at it to work out what's happened. I think I need a new case fan. It's making a really funny growling noise. Can you take a look? Nothing happens when I try to boot it up. Did I break something? If you can, I'd like some plastic red cables. Okay, so he says a case fan's bad. Well, that's simple enough. Probably this. He says nothing happens when he boots the computer up. In a $3,000 budget. God, it could be anything. We may as well wait till it gets here. I doubt it's that, but yeah, we'll wait till it gets here before ordering anything else. So let's go to the shop, same day. So it's all here ready to go. And then we accept, we accept, we accept. Do we have red cabling? I'm pretty sure we do. Red. There we go. All right. Well, everything is pretty much set to go here. So we don't need that much anymore. Let's go ahead and make it a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Give me the goods. Let's do the upgrade. This is going to require some tinkering, but before we do anything else, please tell me we sold all 4. Yes. Nice. Bringing us to 131k. We'll quickly drop it back under 30 because we're going to put new stuff out. We're going to bring in new stuff, rather. I think that's what we're on. This is one of the big ones. Boom. Right on point. I might be skipping numbers, but who's really keeping track? I mean, come on. Oh, you know what? Let's get this little stinker out there. Yeah, see, that one's not so bad. Add the mini. Sells pretty good, too. Boom. So this one's got like a full liquid cooling cycle. Just as an example, though, I want to show you. The custom water loop only gave us $100 for all that extra work. And in my opinion, that's not worth the effort we put in by far. $100 for all of that extra work. But you could argue it, raise the value of the machine, and you can make that argument. It's a piss poor argument, but you can make it. Because we're not sure what the return is on the water cooling. We just really don't know if we're getting our money's worth via that scenario. So really quick, let's pull out this guy for this guy. Yeah, that doesn't need any help from us then. Let's just mess with the basic settings and see what we can get away with. Because it needs a 3D Mark score and meet the minimum requirements for their game, so... Which it does. So we're good there. Concern is they want a 3,000 performance on it, which is... I doubt this is gonna work. Let it run. Hope for the best. Alright, this one was a motherboard replacement. Oh, strangely enough, all this shit's gotta at least come out. We still don't know if there's something else wrong, so we'll check that out as we're rebuilding and checking the parts for this computer. Yeah, so that's broken. There was also a bad fan too, but we'll figure that out in due course because I can't even see the freaking fans that are in here. It's showing different amounts of memory now, too. So we have 3 broken pieces of memory as well to replace. That would explain what's missing. That's simple enough. Before we get too far. Pay the bills. So he needs 3 replacement sticks. I don't mind. Just trying to knock these out one at a time. So that made over 3,000. Meaning that rig is done. so there's a faulty fan. They all look faulty. They're gonna make me take these all out, aren't they? They're all faulty. Well, shit. Well, we have one 140. So let's order some more 140s. And we won't... I'm not going to go that far into finishing it immediately. But, like I said, we're going to do 2 of those there. And then figure this dude out. His says it does a boot. The boot's okay. No CPU found. So the CPU is bad. What else can we diagnose with thermal? The Vidya card looks bad, as does that fan. So we'd have the fix for this. I'm pretty sure. The CPU has gone afoul here. As is the video card. We saw that. So go in here. Go here. He needs a new CPU. And he needs a new graphics card. There's most of the money right there, so let's buy now. Let's get this stuff out. And just to make sure, yeah, that's faulty, and that's broken. Okay. And he wants explosive warning stickers. Explosive warning sticker. And then this guy. There we go. Oh, it's cabling. Okay, so boots. That's already done. But you know what? For the cheap seats, we'll do it again. I think it's good. Let's make a save, because saving is our friend. And let's collect. That one went good. That one went good, okay. And this should definitely be simple enough. Halfway to 28, always good. Got a new Ryzen Tech EVO. We'll check that out in a little bit. Okay. So that's all squared away. We're all good out here. We got one computer out here, plus the 4, I think, over here. So that's fine. Let us do this real quick. Strangely enough, I had a lot of broken computers that needed some fiddling with as far as parts go. But nothing we can't handle because we have a pretty good budget. And yeah, we lose a little bit of money because we do the same day shipping. But like I said, at this stage of the game, that is a non-issue. It kind of puts the game in a mild, easy mode. Oh, what the hell? Did it show up in here, maybe? We ordered the 4, but I only see 3 at my doorstep. This could be a problem. I just want to see if it showed up in there, because if it does, then that actually makes things somewhat easier, but somewhat harder. We still got a lot of computers in there, but we've cut it down. I think we've cut our supply down by about 1/3. Or maybe 1/4, but we still got a lot in there. I just want to make sure that we didn't just pay, $800 or something for a machine that didn't show up. Now, that is a question. What happens when you order a machine but you don't have the space for it at your store? Does it just fall off into limbo? These are all the new ones. Left to right. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it ends up right in storage. So we don't want job computers going in there. That's a for sure thing. That's got to be it. Yeah, it's got broken parts. Okay, so that's interesting, mechanic. So if you really wanted to just save these buildings till later, you theoretically could have that's even more of a reason they need to better optimize the storage. If they do a PC Building Simulator 3 or some kind of major update, yeah, you got to really do better with the storage. The PC storage is not optimal. It's an easy fix. They just need to build a better menu to seek out your computers, I think. It's kind of flashy for its interface, but it's not it's not very well functional. Or it's barely functional. It's too hard to navigate to find what you're looking for unless you do it in very specific ways, which is counterintuitive to, I would say, upgrading a game. They didn't really change much from the previous game. And that's clearly an oversight. Because it's still a problem here. Is that a deal breaker to buying this game? Absolutely not. No. Alright, one more. Grab that. Okay, let's take a look at what's to do next, because we've done that. Hi, just wondering if you heard from your Uncle Tim recently. He's got an audit coming up, and his voicemail message says he's gone to the Himalayas to find a true purpose in life. If you do speak to him, perhaps you can ask if he could try and find those missing invoices too. Regards, Bill paid in cash, senior partner, defraud and partners, accounting and bookkeeping. Uh-oh. Gift grift. Hi, I'm going over to your Uncle Tim, going over your Uncle Tim's accounts and wanted to query something. It says he sent you a gift last week. Normally that wouldn't raise any eyebrows, but he's written it as tax-free cash stash and claims it had a value that exactly matches his earnings for the same period. I did recently remind him that personal gifts are tax exempt, but it seems there may be some kind of miscommunication. Let me know if you can clarify. Regards, Bill, paid in cash. Senior partner, defraud and partners, accounting and bookkeeping. Yeah, Uncle Tim's up to no good. We'll accept this job. What is it? Hi, fantastic job with the paint. We looked at everyone's spirits down here. Those of us with spirits, that is. Ha ha ha. But seriously, it's actually very inspiring. We don't work in the most uplifting environment, but I'm seeing our residents in a whole new light now. It almost as if it brought color back to their cheeks. Ha ha ha. When I came in this morning, one of the bodies was a different place where I left it. It seems a shame to me that the inside of this PC doesn't look as nice as the outside. After all, I spend entire afternoons looking at insides, and they're usually really fascinating. It doesn't have to be a big change. Mind you, could just make the cables more colorful to match the case. Cheers, Stephen Coldenfowl, mortician. Flytrap Morgue and School of Medicine, established 1877. Quality remains to be seen. So yeah, he just wants cables. That's fine. What we haven't done in a while, and it hasn't even really been that long, but what we could do is check the cable store, make sure we have our most up-to-date cables, because I'm sure we don't. We did get a cable pack earlier. All right. And we'll get next day shipping on that because we just don't really care. It's just cables. All right. So we're good to go. We're ready to make it a brand new day. So let us do that. To a brand new day. We paid the bill. Thank goodness. But we primarily left everything on for the most of the game. So, but I don't see a point in using the main computer unless we need to, because most of it can be done from the tablet. So there's the one computer. There's our cables. Let us let us deal first with the shop. Nice, everything sold. Let's grab these guys and start setting them out. Fine. Just grab as many of these as we can shovel out there. Right on the money. Boom. Nice. I know there's one sitting right there, but I'm trying to get the ones that are kind of in the way. See, they should have made a storage place for your selling stuff, like right here by this door. Would have been nice. But oh well. This one will have to be... Yeah. It's right on the 80% range of sales. So there's a chance these may not even go out. Let's grab this guy and just kind of put it here for now. We'll grab this guy and do the cabling. So yellow cables. We want only yellow. Let's just open the back here. And let's go ahead and recable it all back up. And it's all done. And as per usual, let's make a save. So I never trust the game when it comes to turning stuff in, even if it's storyline. All right, we still didn't get to 29 though, so I guess first things first. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Oh, there's nothing really in the way, gear-wise. And then I saw a build there that we'll probably do. We'll probably have enough time to do one more day's worth of jobs, depending on how long we take to disassemble this and prepare everything else, front end, any and everything else. We should be okay. More water-cooled rigs. Didn't see any hard drive in here. I didn't see a hard drive. Maybe I accidentally took it out right away without noticing. Wouldn't be the first time something goofy like that's happened. Nice. There's a... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's in here going, what else could be in here? Clearly it's that. Make it so we can actually see what we're doing. Like this one's missing a back plate. It's a neat looking little rig, but not a lot of room for cards the way it's set up. All right, that's all cleaned up. Let's take a look at this build. All right, mate. I am at a sort of age where I've been itching to make some big changes in my life, and the biggest changes so far have been buying a narrowboat. I always wanted one ever since I was a lad. Oh yes, cruising down the canals of the weekend. Is the life. Of course, the wife wasn't best pleased. I did it without asking first, but she let me back in the house any day now. I'm sure, and I've got a cracking place to stay until then, ain't I? It's a bit cramped and creaky, but I'll get used to it. Just a bit boring on me own, you know. Was thinking I should get a PC to help pass the time. Don't think I can fit one of them proper sized ones, but I saw an ad for a Silverstone RVZ03 white online, and that should fit in there no problem. I also need 16 gigs of RAM and a benchmark of 2,000. My budget is $900 for parts and $510 for labor. That sounds okay? Thanks, mate. Daza. So the Silverstone Z03, I guess. So it's got to be a small case. There we go. And it is RVZ03. I think it's that one. But we'll double check. RVZ03 white. So it's a mini ATX. Okay, so we got to be very careful with this. So we got to buy that. A power supply of 140 millimeters. Yikes. So 140 millimeters is going to be tiny. See, that does not fit. 140, that's a 750. 140. It's 125, that's 500 watt. Don't care about that. 140 millimeter. I'm just looking to see. It looks like 750 is going to be the best that we get. 850. And right, because that's a 140 millimeter. So that's about as good as we're going to get. We'll double check that too. That's a 140 millimeter space. Yeah, so now the GPU is 330. So that's not a big deal. So I'm not going to worry about that. Storage is going to have to be small for this. Motherboard, we need to sort out the boards by micro ATX. So micro or is it mini? Mini. Okay, so it has to be a mini ATX. Oh, the power supply PSU size ATX. I did not check that. Okay. So ATX and mini ATX. ATX. Okay, so the motherboard has to be a mini. And we'll sort by ascending because we really don't care. We just need only one PCI slot. That's fine. If we go up to here, we get access to the 4000 slot. 3466. We save money going AMD, so I think we will in the long run. We pay a little bit more, but we'll be okay. So 3466. And let's grab this guy. Now, what else did he need? 16 gigs of RAM, 3D Mark score of 2,000. We have to stay under $900. Oh my god, I'm not checking this very well. Yeah, We only have room for a $150 card, so... Oh, shit. We gotta pull back, so... Oh, we haven't even bought a processor yet, so... like to go 1500X. We could go to this guy. That. We have to get like one of the passes or the low, kind of the low tier here ones. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Boom. Now, no graphics card, so there's got to be somewhere I can pull back with. Let's take a look at what we've got. So that's probably the most expensive thing is the 16 gigs of memory at 3466. So let's go back one. Go continue shopping, memory, 16, which means we could also go down motherboard quality as well. That's 2400. So let's buy that. That's $100 cheaper. The motherboard difference wasn't that big of a deal, so I'm gonna leave it as is. So we got that. So we're short the Vigicard. I could save $20, but it's not gonna help. So 130. We need to back off somewhere else. But let's see what we can get for 130 in the shop. Not much. So I might have to go down to Intel. I know we got to 3000 by going here. This is 2000. So we might be able to do it with this guy. That puts us $42 over. Where can we shave off some money? Let's go back to motherboards. Sort by mini. AM4. That's the one we got. We could go the Coffee Lake. So let's try that. Let's throw Coffee Lake in here. Let's remove this one. And let's remove the processor. Just don't have a choice. Let's go to processors. Sending. I don't want to go too low here. So we can try to go. This is probably the lowest we can go. Now the other issue is that's the wrong heatsink. Shoot. Come on. Shop. Cooling. We could go with one of these. That saves quite a bit, actually. Bam. And so theoretically, we could go to this, I think. 5. Look at that, $900 on the nose. We should be able to do it with that. Doesn't mean we will, but we should be able to do it with that. Diagnose. But there's something wrong with my PC. Can you figure out what's wrong with it? When I hit the power button, nothing happens. I think it needs new RAM and it's making a really funny growling noise. You look, you haven't done by this. Could you maybe paint the case cyan? It's a bit dusty inside, so clean. What's that? Paint. Except he thinks he needs new RAM, and that's all we know. There's only one stick of RAM, so that's going to make that relatively easy. We don't know what else is wrong with it, so we're not going to waste time trying to figure that out. Okay, customize. Apply theme to case soundproofing patterns. So that's going to be skin. Hot lately, can you do anything about that? Fans. So that one's pretty straightforward. So, okay. That's good to go. Let's go ahead and order the parts. Same day. And we're going to hope for the best because this is going to be a wonky kind of build. We're going to do the best that we feasibly can. We put in a good power supply, so that's going to give us some room to dick around with certain setups and settings and whatnot. Why can I not open the back here? All right, well, figure it out later. All right. Job. Power supply, it should fit. No motherboard. Memory. Storage. There we go. Processor. Take this fan out. There we go. Let's see what we can do. All right. Should be able to hit that. Again, it's 2,000. It doesn't need to be much. Well, that's going. We may have to tweak it a little bit, but that should be as good as it gets. Nothing going on out here. Whew. We've come a long way. I'm really proud of how far we've come. I think I'll make it if this goes flawlessly, we'll make it a brand new day, put out new PCs, finish the next two computers, because their jobs are relatively simple. Especially the top one, and then we'll see if we level, because we are so close. We are so very close. Yawn. Just checking. We're good on everything else. Lay on. Come on, little buddy. You gotta hit at least 2,000. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Though the video card is pretty trash. Oh, we just made it. Oh my goodness. Get that off. Let's see here. We did it. We kept it under $900. That was his literal freaking budget. And just in case they try to screw us, we're gonna save. We did really good putting that together, I thought. So, and we did it. Nice. But we didn't level. My rage. All right, let's go ahead and make it a brand new day. Wow. That's some skill. Well, maybe not. If you know exactly what you're doing, it shouldn't be that hard. But we know we can get 2,000 out of those computers. So that's kind of cool. All right. Really quick. Let's see what's sold. Everything's sold. Always good when that happens. Yeah. Alright, let's deal with this dude who's a diagnostics issue. And then this guy is should be relatively simple. Put that out. We'll go with, I don't know, 1500. That's good enough. There's another turd. $33, I think we're on. I've lost track. I've lost all track. There we go. Of which rigs we've done and which ones we've not done. No one sitting over there? No, so it's just this guy. No, this is the custom job. Okay, hold on. Apply theme to case. So he wants soundproofing pattern, and then he needs, see, it's been running hot. There it is. And it's been, he says it's been running hot. Right? So let's just sort that out. It's not booting. No, it should be done. Right, this is the troublemaker here. First things first. Okay. This guy wanted us to paint it cyan. We'll do that in a little bit. After we figure out what's wrong with it. Okay, so there's not getting any power. So it's either the motherboard or the power supply. So it's a bad power supply. Okay, so we still don't know if it's the motherboard or not, so but we got to do it systematically, one part at a time when it comes to power. And booted. We're still not out of the woods yet. See a bad video card and possibly a bad heatsink. Okay, heatsink's fine. So that's bad. Again, we're gonna do this anyway, just because. Don't want to. Again, we don't want to take too long working on these because we're running out of time this episode. So it'd be nice to kind of knock this out. And then he wanted it painted blue. Or cyan, I think. Let's check it out. Okay, cyan, yep. Save our game. Let's go ahead and collect. These should both be aced out and done. Boys, didn't hit 29. Oh no. All right, let's do a few maintenance things. So for the time being, let's grab these guys, just because we can start working on them right away and pull them apart for their parts. I'm not going to look at the new jobs. We clearly don't have enough time, but we are going to hit level 29 in the next episode, which I'm excited to say. Because, like I said, we've come... I keep saying it. I know. We've come a long way. We've done a lot of work. But, yeah. I'm fascinated to say and surprised that we've made it this far as roughly as quickly as we have, too. For those of you who ponder, the last Let's Play of this was 98 episodes, I think. To get through everything and have like 1 or 2 fun episodes, right? So the fact that we are progressing a lot more quickly is either that the game is easier, my skills are finely tuned from playing the first game, a mix of those things, or the game is just generally easier, which is possible. I've noticed that it's, again, I think the jobs have been easier or less confusing. The less cryptic stuff, I think it's more now being built as a game just to be fun versus any real challenge, but I'm not gonna commit to that statement yet. We haven't actually beaten the game. They're starting to get a little more touchy and specific with what they want, so that could be a clear sign of what's to come. So with that said, I'm not going to make you guys sit through this. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Shakhtar Studios for more live gaming action, because when we come back, lo and behold, we will have more work to do. But it's all, I think, coming to a front here, because we are, like I said before, we're getting towards endgame. If it ends at level 30. The jobs haven't really been getting any more difficult than normal. We haven't really been getting introduced to any new parts or items or things. So I have a feeling this is just going to be the rest of the game is just knocking these jobs out and whatnot. So we'll see when we get there, because we've got a lot going for us, I think. So with that said, thanks for stopping by, guys. I will see you guys next time.